Hi, my name is Kristen Schutzer, and I'm in the Elementary Education MAT program at NC State. The book that I decided to read and do my webinar on is called Purposeful Play, A Teacher's Guide to Igniting Deep and Joyful Learning Across the Day by Christine Mraz, Allison Percelli, and Cheryl Tyler. The central premise of the book is how play can be incorporated in school and the benefit of incorporating play into school in many ways. So the authors define play as what children and young people do when they follow their own ideas in their own way and for their own reasons. Play is an innate and natural thing for humans, and it can even be observed in animals because play actually promotes survival. And it does this by developing empathy and a positive emotional disposition, and it also helps the brain maintain plasticity. Play also helps with emotional regulation. It fosters creativity by allowing children to innovate and improvise. And it also helps children gain independence because, as I said earlier, it's children doing what they want to do, following their own ideas in their own way. So the first main point of the book is that children can learn empathy through play. Empathy is the ability to feel what another is feeling and the ability to take on another's perspective. And this develops first from feeling an array of emotions, which helps students develop the vocabulary to name the emotions, and it also helps them understand how someone else is feeling. So for example, if a student has never felt sad, they can't understand how their classmate feels when they are feeling sad. And also, empathy develops from social interactions. And social interactions help students realize that what they think or feel can be different from how others may think or feel. So educators should provide opportunities for children to engage with one another, and this helps them develop both of these pieces of empathy, which is to feel what another is feeling and to take on another's perspective. And in addition to incorporating play to do this, teachers can also help students develop empathy through lessons. For example, they can teach students what faces and bodies look like when people are feeling certain emotions. They can make anchor charts that kind of illustrate different feelings related to sadness, like confusion and fear, to help students see that there's a wide range of things people can feel, not just sad, but scared or jealous or anything like that. And also, teachers can help students engage in role playing to help take on other people's perspectives. So for example, they can have students act like someone from a book or dress up like a character they like, and that helps them take on the perspective of that character and develop that ability to see things from another person's perspective. The second main point of the book is that play helps children collaborate and negotiate. According to the Common Core state standards, in order for students to demonstrate college and career readiness, they must be able to work and communicate in an effective way. And the idea of collaboration is an attitude that thinking together will always yield more results than thinking alone. An important part of collaboration and negotiation is interpersonal intelligence, so being able to organize groups of people around a common goal. And play does this. It helps children learn how to collaborate, how to solve problems, control their impulses, and get along with others. So self-regulation is when children learn to balance their needs with the needs of others. And play can also help students learn how to communicate. Language learning is enhanced through collaborative play. So children can learn things like how to persuade through their language, and also English language learners benefit from collaborative play because they are immersed in social language. So to help with children learning how to collaborate, teachers can teach problem solving, how to have conversations with eye contact and ask questions, restate things that people have said in the conversation before you, and they can bring collaboration into the content areas. So for example, they can have students collaborate through math games or read together as partners. The third point of the book is that play emphasizes a growth mindset. So children usually fall into one of two mindsets: fixed, which is where they think they're either smart or they're not, and that doesn't change, or a growth mindset, where intelligence can be developed through practice. And children with a growth mindset are resilient, they learn from their mistakes, and they're not afraid to take risks. The environment is the biggest factor in developing this mindset. So when children are in an environment where they can't ask questions or take risks, and they're always seeking the approval of an adult, they're going to have more of a fixed mindset. But when children are allowed to ask questions and they're allowed to take risks, they have more resilience. They're not afraid to make mistakes and learn from them. And this can be seen through play. In play, children are not seeking approval from adults. And so when teachers incorporate play into the classroom, they can transfer these skills and help students talk themselves through challenges, recover from mistakes, and try new things, and to stick with challenges even when they're hard. So they can take the skills that students are learning from play, of not giving up, of being creative and innovative and solving their problems, and use them to help them stick through challenges in like math or reading. So this is why having play in the classroom is very important. The last main point of the book is that teachers can make work feel playful. And they can do this, number one, by tapping into student interests, by having conversations and learning what students are really interested in learning about and what really engages them, so that they'll find what they're learning to be really interesting. The second thing is to allow students to have choice in where they sit, like if they want to sit on the floor or on a beanbag or in a desk, letting them choose what to write with, a pencil or a marker or a crayon. These things can make school feel more playful, more fun, less rigid. When teachers themselves have a playful mindset, when they incorporate dancing or singing and make references to what their students are interested in, this can make the work feel more playful. And lastly, teachers can support their students' goals with playful tools. So the psychologist Vygotsky said that the very essence of human memory consists in the fact that human beings actively remember with the help of signs. So when teachers give students fun tools to help remember what their goals are, so for example, a baseball card with a reading strategy on it to help them remember how to figure out words they don't know, can help their students' goals of learning how to read in a playful, fun, and engaging way, where the student is the expert of the play and the teachers use what students are interested in to engage them in the work. So here are the two teaching ideas that I got from this book. The first is incorporating choice time into the school day, which is like a workshop structure for play that sets aside about 45 minutes solely so the students can play, collaborate, and work together. And in this workshop time, the students are allowed to choose a center, plan what they're going to do, play, and then share out with others what happened in their little station. It's much like a writing workshop, and this emphasizes the importance of play and what we can learn from playing in the classroom. The second idea is teaching through inquiry. And I really liked this quote. Inquiry injects a play mindset into all learning because it is a process that occurs when playing. So when students play, they're allowed to be curious about things, ask questions, and experiment. And this is how they learn new things and make new discoveries. So we can incorporate this kind of inquiry into instruction by allowing students to start with observations, curiosity, let them observe and wonder and ask questions, and then teach them to make close observations about what they're seeing and develop and test theories to learn about new concepts and new ideas. So lastly, I'll just leave you with this passage from the book. Our mindset is everything. It shapes how we see the world, make decisions, and confront challenge. Our mindset is also ours to mold. When we wake up each morning, we have choices: to choose joy or to choose pessimism, to choose engagement or to choose complacency, to choose hope or to choose fear. But we never need to choose between play and work. In our classrooms and in the world, we can bring the optimism, enthusiasm, and improvisation of play to all aspects of our work with children and adults. Childhood happens but once, and we can be its protectors, its advocates, and its champions. Choose joy, choose engagement, choose hope, choose inquiry, choose play.